Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I have been away for a while, but we are back for more interesting World of Warcraft content. Now, first up, I haven't been uploading anything lately. That's because I was on a holiday, and after that, I was having some technical issues with some of my recordings, so that didn't all go as planned. But we are back and I have some interesting news today. First up, there might have been a release date for Dragonflight, a pre-patch date for Dragonflight. Um, there was an interesting interview between Max and Ian Hazzagostas with some interesting things. We will be talking about the gold making I was doing and how I lost almost 1 million gold in the previous days and what I'm doing at the moment in game. So let's get right into it. First up, we have some interesting news, and that is that evokers will bring a bloodlust heroism effect in Dragonflight. There has been an interview between game director Ian Hazzagostas and Maximum. Maximum is the guild leader for Team Liquid, they're called now, I think. He's the guild leader from one of the Race to World First guilds, and they had a talk about some interesting things. And it is confirmed that evokers will bring bloodlust or heroism into Dragonflight. So that means there is an extra class that can do it. We now have mages, shemmies, and hunters with their pets. And added to that will be the evoker. So that's a fourth class that can bring a bloodlust, which is pretty nice. There will also be a new battle res class. It is not confirmed yet, but it's likely that the class will be Paladin. Currently, the likely class to do this is Paladin, so it has not been confirmed yet, but there will be an extra class with a battle res, which would be nice as well. It just opens up a few things. I think for Paladins, pretty nice. I think especially DPS Paladins get skipped a lot in queues for Mythic Plus at least. This might make it a bit easier for Paladins to get a spot in a Mythic Plus group. Then the other part is the possible launch date, and I'm only going to say that I was correct on this one. My predictions previously were on or around the end of the celebrations of the 18th anniversary. So if we look at it, it starts right here, 15th of November, and ends on the 6th of December. Now, if we switch to the article here, it is an entire video. I couldn't find the screenshot only, but you can see it right here. Maybe I can find it in the video as well, because they did. Here it is. This is a screenshot that has been released earlier, and a few things were actually spot on with predictions, and that was I think the WoW Classic Wrath Lich King pre-patch and the global launch. So Classic pre-patch will be August 30th and global launch would be 26th. And then the interesting thing here is the October 25th for WoW 10.0 pre-patch and November 28th, so the week of the 28th, the release of Dragonflight will be there. So that is November 28th. That would be 1 week before the 18th anniversary would have ended. So if this is correct, and it's only speculations at this point, it's not confirmed or anything. It's just a leak. But I think it might actually be correct. Um, so we will see. Normally you also have a few weeks where the launch is there, but Mythic Plus and rating hadn't opened yet. And after that, a few weeks in, normal and heroic would open up, and Mythic Plus would open up, and then a few weeks after, normally it's 2 or 3 weeks later than that, the Mythic rate will release. Now there was an interview with Maximum where they also talked about the releasing normal, heroic, and Mythic raid difficulties at the same time. Now there's also another interesting thing, but let's hear it first.
Okay. How would you guys feel about simultaneous normal, heroic, mythic release as a thing in, let's say, hypothetical future tiers?
I think, for me personally, I think okay. So I haven't had any time to think about this, but something that I think is an issue is like one thing you guys have done some things to mitigate in the past is you've like had to reduce what crazy things we would do during heroic when like mythic first comes out. But the reality is that's because we have an entire week to do degenerate things. If mythic is out, that really solves a lot of the decision making. You'd be doing a lot of things when mythic is out, but I mean, that is a massive source of information. I don't know. That's very overwhelming. I would need to figure that out.
Yeah,
But
no,
it chat
and to
is
be
pausing.
clear, I'm super not, I'm not genuinely not announcing
No,
anything there.
yeah,
We're just trying to figure out, I mean, there's holidays coming up, there's stuff going on. We want to think through how our raid rollout is going to work for the start of Dragonflight, and community feedback always helps.
So in that part, Ian Augustus asked what the simultaneous rate release, if that would be interesting for them, and how they would feel about it. Um, and he also said that the holidays were coming up, which indicates to me that the raid would release around the time the holidays would be there. So again, if we take a look, if it actually is this week that it releases, let's go to December. So it releases in this week, the top row. Then you have 1, 2. Then if the raid opens up the third week, that would mean that it will be Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on America or what is it, the North America or Europe. Then you would have a few days, and then it would be Christmas Eve and Christmas. So they could either extend it and start raiding after Christmas and New Year's, or they could release everything at the same time and maybe only 2 weeks later after the release, which means that they have a full week and then a few days. Either way, I think for most guilds, the raid progression will get messed up by the holidays. I think people would have time off of work and spend time with family and things like that. So it might be an interesting one, and it might be a good thing to release normal, heroic, and mythic at the same time. But we'll see. We'll have to wait. It's not it has not been confirmed that they will do it. They were just thinking about how to release the raids, and they were actually talking about maybe releasing them all at the same time as a good thing. So we'll have to wait and see what they do with it. Also, the talent trees for all specs have been up on Wowhead right now. If you go to Tools and Dragonflight Talent Calculators, you have them for all the specs. So you can click it, click the spec that you play, and you can play around with the points and how you want to distribute everything in there. So check it out. I do think there have been a lot of people talking about the talents and the good things, the bad things. Check it out. Um, I'm actually really excited and I'm already struggling about what will I main. For season 4, I was maining my hunter, and I have played in season 3. I have played survival. At the end of season 3, I went to marksman, and I ended on beast mastery. Then this season I started with beast mastery, and I went back to survival. I do think the melee is easier just because I'm used to it. So I do play survival. I do have the mount for Keystone Master. I'm at 2127 rating at the moment. I will try to get it up a bit more. Um, but yeah, in Dragonflight, I really like the Beast Mastery talents. But I absolutely love what they did with Chemis. I do think that talent tree is really good. There are some small things to improve on still, but it's not released yet, so anything can still happen. But I do think for Dragonflight, I will main my Shemi, and I do think it will be a blast to play the new Shemi. I have seen some new things. I can't wait until the beta opens up so I can test things. If it opens up, I will let you all know, and I will probably make some content there just to see how everything feels. And yeah, currently I'm leaning towards the Shemi, but it might change if they release some things about Hunter that I really like. So we'll see. I will probably get multiple characters up for raiding and Mythic Plus. So probably the first one will be my Shemi, the second one will be my Hunter. But we'll see. Anything can still change. That's it for all the Dragonflight news. Now, the news on how I lost about 1 million gold right here. Well, I was at 1.7 and I dropped down to 810k, 809k. And the reason was that I bought a shit ton of tokens. I saw the token price dropped a few thousand in the last few days, so I bought 3 of them, basically just to buy the pre-order for Dragonflight, as I didn't do that yet. I also boosted a character up. I leveled another character, so I have 6 characters now at level 60, and they are all running the mission tables just to make some gold. And I currently have about, I think, 1500 to 1700 items posted at the auction house at all times to make back some of this money. So yeah, that's actually why I lost gold. I did have a fairly steady income. Right here I bought some things that made it easier for me to make some gold. So I spent 200k, but then I made 300k in a few days after that. So it wasn't too bad. You see some spikes here. Here I sold a BOE that dropped from a faded raid. And I was steadily climbing up. I will probably steadily climb up as well. Today I started at 809k and I'm now at 828. So I made about 20k, 19k today already. We will climb up and I will try to reach 2 million again for Dragonflight. I will keep you posted on that, and if I have any good things to farm or to sell, I will let you know. That was it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and leave some comments down below, and I will see you in the next one.